Hello and welcome to Lit Looks, where we review books that have impacted the world of literature. Today, we will be discussing 1984 by George Orwell, a classic dystopian novel that explores the themes of totalitarianism, propaganda, and the power of language. This novel was published in 1949 and is still relevant today, as it highlights the dangers of totalitarianism and its impact on society. In this book review, we will delve deep into the novel, analyzing its key themes, characters, and literary devices. So, let's get started. Book Review 1984 is a classic novel that has been on many people's reading lists for decades. The novel is set in a world where the government has complete control over every aspect of citizens' lives. The story follows the life of Winston Smith, a man who is trying to resist the oppressive regime of the government. The novel is divided into 3 parts, each highlighting different aspects of the dystopian society. In the first part, we are introduced to the world of Winston Smith, where he works as an editor at the Ministry of Truth. The Ministry of Truth is responsible for altering historical facts to align with the government's agenda. Winston begins to question the reality of the world he lives in and starts to rebel against the regime. In the second part of the novel, Winston falls in love with Julia, a woman who shares his beliefs. Together, they begin to plan a rebellion against the government. However, their love affair is short-lived, and they are eventually caught by the government. In the third part of the novel, Winston is tortured and brainwashed by the government until he fully conforms to their ways. The novel ends with Winston accepting the government's ideology and betraying his love for Julia. One of the most striking themes of the novel is the power of propaganda. The government in 1984 uses propaganda to control every aspect of citizens' lives. The Ministry of Truth alters historical facts to align with the government's agenda, and the government uses slogans and songs to reinforce their ideology. This theme is particularly relevant in today's world, where fake news and propaganda are rampant. Another important theme in the novel is the power of language. The government in 1984 uses language to control citizens' thoughts and actions. The government creates its own language, Newspeak, which is designed to limit free thought and reduce the number of words in circulation. This theme highlights the importance of language in shaping our perceptions of reality and the dangers of limiting free speech. The characters in 1984 are well developed and add to the overall impact of the novel. Winston Smith is a relatable character who embodies the struggles of rebelling against an oppressive government. Julia, on the other hand, represents the free spirit that is often quashed by totalitarian regimes. The government officials, including Big Brother and O'Brien, are menacing characters who represent the dangers of unbridled power. In terms of literary devices, 1984 is a masterclass in dystopian literature. Orwell's use of symbolism, metaphor, and imagery add depth to the novel's themes. The symbol of Big Brother, for example, represents the omnipresent government that controls citizens' lives. The image of the telescreen, a device that broadcasts government propaganda, represents the dangers of unchecked surveillance. Conclusion: 1984 by George Orwell is a timeless classic that is still relevant today. The novel explores the themes of totalitarianism, propaganda, and the power of language and its impact on society. The well-developed characters and use of literary devices add depth to the novel's themes. In today's world, where fake news and propaganda are rampant, 1984 is a stark reminder of the dangers of unbridled power. That brings us to the end of our book review on 1984 by George Orwell. We hope you found this review insightful and informative. 1984 is a must-read for anyone interested in dystopian literature or politics. Its themes are still relevant today and serve as a cautionary tale of the dangers of totalitarianism and propaganda. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel Lit Looks for more book reviews and literature-related content. Also, don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts and opinions on the novel or any suggestions for future reviews. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Lit Looks.